Hi, good evening, everyone. How are you? So thanks for having me here. I'm very thankful for this wonderful opportunity to be able to present to you all tonight. So let's start. Hope you can see my slides. Okay, so here's our objective for tonight's webinar. So first, just a background about me. Second, I'd like to introduce to you one of the most beautiful places in the Philippines called Iloilo. And third will be the Philippine real estate property market outlook and emerging trends. So about me, so I'm Dcec Sanchez. I'm a licensed real estate professional here in the Philippines. I'm a graduate of business administration, major in international management from Concepcion College, Manila. And after graduation, I took a business management program course at Asian Institute of Management. Before I started my career in real estate, I work as an account manager for two Japanese companies. First is Fuji Xerox, if you are familiar, is now called Fuji Film, and Canon. So when I was an account manager, I sold photocopiers, printer, scanners, and document management solution softwares. So since I work in Japanese companies, I have experience working with Japanese people. So they are very polite and respectful. They're very dedicated and hardworking and always on time during meetings. Okay, so in 2017, roughly 5 years ago, I decided to change my career and shifted to real estate industry. So I took Philippine real estate board exam last 2017 and passed it. And as I started my career as a commercial real estate broker. So as a commercial real estate broker, most of my transactions are disposal and acquisition of commercial lands, condominium projects, warehouses, office and retail spaces. So most of my clients are real estate developers such as Ayala Land, World, and Phil Invest, and many more. So my hobbies include painting. I love painting on big canvases. It helps me relax, especially after busy day at work. I also like online shopping because it's very convenient. But my favorite hobby of all is traveling. Especially with my family. We have a very big family, so we usually travel in big groups. I've been to Japan before the pandemic, so my family and I went to Tokyo and Osaka, and we're planning to visit again next year. And speaking of traveling, I would like to invite you to visit my beautiful hometown, which is Iloilo. So Iloilo is also called as the heart of the Philippines. So I'll show you. Iloilo is located at the center of the Philippine archipelago. Here is Iloilo. It is 1 hour and 10 minutes flight from Manila. So here is Manila, and 1 hour 20 minutes there, and 1 hour flight away from Cebu, an urbanized city from the central part of the Philippines. So here is Cebu. And it's only 6 hours drive from Boracay Island, a popular tourist destination because it's white sand. So yeah, here is Boracay Island. Here are some facts about my hometown. So did you know that the name Iloilo derived from the word irong-irong, which means nose. Because of the shape of the important river in the cap looks like a nose. So do you see it? Maybe I can see raise of hands. Okay, so a long time ago, Chinese traders mispronounced R sounds with L sounds and soon popularized the word ilong-ilong, which later evolved to Ilo-ilo. So Iloilo is also nicknamed the City of Love. So if you look at the map here, Iloilo is located on the Panay Island, a heart-shaped landmass center of the Philippines. So, people from Iloilo are called Ilonggos. Male are called Ilonggo and female are called Ilongga. Hiligaynon is the main dialect, but in some part of Iloilo, where I came from, we speak Kinaraya. But we are also fluent in Tagalog, which is the national language of the Philippines, and English. So the total population of Iloilo is 484,000, and majority of the Ilonggos are Roman Catholic. So here are some best places and tourist attractions in my hometown. So if you are a devout Roman Catholic or you are a history buff person, I recommend you to visit historical churches of Iloilo. So the Philippines was colonized by Spain for more than 300 years, and during that period, they built many churches. So one of the most beautiful churches in Iloilo is Miagao Church. It was built in 1797 and famous because of its architectural carved on its facade. So this is the closer picture. And there are many Baroque style churches in Iloilo, such as Dumangas Church, Molo Church, Tigbawan Church, and Harrow Cathedral. If you like going to festivals and dance in streets, you are invited to join the Dinagyang Festival. The Dinagyang Festival is a week-long religious and cultural activity in Iloilo held every fourth Sunday of January. So the word Dinagyang came from a Hiligaynon word meaning merry making. So it is a festival in celebration of the Holy Infant Jesus and the pact between the Spanish colonizer and the datus or the leaders or the tribe leaders. So if you like beach hopping or in beaches, I recommend you to visit Gigantes Island, which is located on the north side of Iloilo. So 2 hours drive from Iloilo city proper. And it's best to visit every December to May so that you can avoid heavy rainfalls, typhoons, and strong sea waves. You can also check other tourist spots in the area, such as caves, sandbars, and other small islands. And of course, you should try this highly recommended Ilonggo dishes. So first is the La Paz Bachoy, which is originated in La Paz, Iloilo. It is a noodle soup consisting of pork meat, pork crumbs, egg noodles, broth, and eggs. So La Paz Bachoy is best paired with rice cakes, or we call it puto. Second is Nasal chicken. So it's a chicken barbecue marinated in local herbs and spices. And it's best to eat with unleaded rice. Another local soup called Pansit Molo originated from Molo, Iloilo. It is a noodle soup with ground pork and shredded chicken and combination of local herbs and spices. And this is best to eat during or cold seasons. So that is all about my hometown, and I hope you will visit Iloilo someday. Now, I'm currently living in Metro Manila. I live here for more than 10 years already. So as a real estate professional, my area of focus is Metro Manila, particularly in central business districts such as Makati, Bonifacio Global City, and Ortigas Center. So let's proceed with Metro Manila property market overview as of 2022. So let's discuss first Philippines as a whole. So here are some facts about my country. So the Philippines is the second most populous country in Southeast Asia with a population of 112 million. And one of the top 10 most English-speaking country in the world. We have 7,107 islands composed of three major island groups, which is the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So there are many reasons why you should invest in the Philippines. So first is the demographic sweet spot. Most of the labor force are young. So the median age for the Philippines is 23 years old. We also have rich talent pool. Filipino workers are English proficient, customer oriented, and highly trainable. And we are one of the top 10 fastest growing economies in Asia. I'm gonna highlight the fourth reason why you should invest in the Philippines because of our infrastructure program or infrastructure development program, or we also call it Build program. So the Build program is aimed at achieving the golden age of infrastructure in the Philippines to enhance mobility, connectivity, as well as to boost the economic growth. So this is actually the initiative of the previous administration, President Duterte. So these next slides are just to give you an overview of the accomplished and ongoing infrastructure projects as of quarter 2022 or as of this year. So most infrastructure that are being built are bridges, expressway, subways, and international airports. And this is expected to finish within this decade. So Japan International Cooperation Agency is an implementing agency of Japanese official development for the purpose of supporting socio-economic development or recovery and economic stability of the developing regions such as Philippines. So JICA has many projects, but I would like to highlight the infrastructure projects. For example, for Luzon, the Central Luzon Link Expressway construction project, the Subic-Clark Tarlac Expressway, and the North-South Commuter Railway. In Visayas, the second Mandawi-Mactan Bridge in Cebu, and in Mindanao, it is in the Davao City Bypass Construction Project. So this is JICA-assisted projects under the Build program. I will not discuss all. This is just to give you an overview of the JICA projects all over the Philippines. So just to give you an idea how infrastructure affects the daily lives of Filipino and why is it important? So as you know, Manila is the 8th among cities in the world with most traffic. So according to JICA, they see that traffic congestion per day will worsen if the government has not initiated a program that will lessen the traffic congestion. So as you can see in 2012, 2.4 billion per day. We're actually losing at 2.4 billion per day, and it increased to 3.5 billion, and it is projected to increase further. But by prioritizing the build program or the infrastructure project, it will help reduce the cost per day, especially once the train stations, subways, airports, etc. will be completed. So let's now discuss the real estate market trends, or what's happening in the real estate industry. So for this quarter, just to give you an overview of the residential sector, so the demand is high the demand for residential real estate is high because of the back to office mandate, where people are returning to office, unlike during the pandemic, face-to-face classes, and there are no more restrictions for local and foreign travelers, such as lockdowns and quarantine time. An opening of short-term rentals such as staycations or Airbnb also contributed to the demand of residential real estate. On the other hand, the supply of real estate properties such as condominium decreased due to delayed construction because of the pandemic. And real estate developers are prioritizing their current inventory or their current projects. For the commercial sector, especially the office, there's an increase of office spaces or buildings in Metro Manila as a result of the real estate boom before pandemic. So now there's a demand for smaller cuts of office spaces due to downsizing. So when I say downsizing, it is a trend as businesses realize that they don't need a bigger space because everyone or most or majority are already working from home. So as a result of downsizing, there's an increase in vacant spaces. And also to add, the exit of Chinese online gaming businesses in the country. And of course, if the supply is high, but the demand is low for the office spaces, this negatively affects the rental rate in the commercial sector. So here are the additional trends that we are observing. So US dollar Filipino workers are expected to increase their investments. So as the US dollar increases in value, more OFWs or overseas Filipino workers and other US dollar earners, such as BPOs or call center agents and virtual assistants employees, have extra money to buy properties. So as you can see, it almost as you can see here, it's almost going back to near the pre-pandemic cycle. Next is we are also observing more foreign investors for real estate in the Philippines. And this is driven by Build infrastructure program that was highlighted earlier. So 42% of foreign investments is focused on real estate, transportation and storage, and manufacturing activities. And Central Luzon is the largest recipient of foreign investment at about 78%. For this quarter, Japan is the third biggest investment pledgee at 14.1%. So seeing more millennial home buyers. So millennials or age group of 25 to 41 are starting to buy their first real estate investments. Half of the workers in the Philippines are in this age group. And condominium is still their top choice when it comes to buying a property. And the last trend that I'm going to discuss, we observe the rise of cities within cities, or also known as micro-cities. Some call it townships also, but in this presentation, I'm going to use micro-cities. So this pandemic and even before pandemic made people realize that it's better to live in an area where everything is within your reach. So other factors also that contributed to this trend is the decongestion of Metro Manila because of the worsening traffic. So this is just the component of micro city. So it has a business center, malls, hospital, transportation hubs, schools, government agencies, of course, residential places and commercial spaces. And the macro reason, of course, another thing is the macro reason for this is also the infrastructure development in the area. I will show you later. So here are some examples of micro cities. Maybe some of you are familiar already. So in Taguig, there are actually two. Bonifacio Global City, which is developed by Ayala Land. McKinley Hill, developed by Mega World. And in Makati, there are also two Makati, developed by Ayala Land, and Century City by Century Properties. So here's an example of the rise of the micro cities. So this whole map is the East Metro Manila. So this area is actually an industrial area or industrial corridor. But due to infrastructure such as train stations, so this blue is a train station. This is the pink color is the subway, and then the yellow is another train station. This actually contributed to the micro cities such as Arcovia, Ortigas East, Bridgetown, Parklinks, Circulo Verde, and Highland City. This, because of this infrastructure, it helped arise those micro cities in the area. So just to summarize, and the real estate market in the Philippines is still recovering from the pandemic. So the residential market is slowly going back to normal. However, it's a different story in commercial. So as more and more businesses are looking to downsize and other economic factors. And the infrastructure program or build projects will help not only to boost the real estate market in the Philippines, but also the economy as well. So these are my sources. And this ends my presentation. Thank you. Thank you so much.